Oh my god, I forgot. I thought that was amazing.
This sale ends on November 13th, and we have over 30 PS VR2 games on sale, with over half of them around 50% off. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, that way you save, because I do these sales videos every week, if not every 2 weeks, whenever Sony puts the PlayStation VR2 games on sale. And to kick things off, I have to recommend you get Propagation Paradise Hotel at 50% off. With just under 1,000 people scoring this 4.69 out of 5 stars, 94% gave it 4 or 5 out of 5. Awesome. And from personal experience, I did just play the game for the first time a handful of days ago, and I played it all the way through. It took me about 3 or 4 hours to get through the whole thing, but every minute was so much fun. The entire atmosphere, the sound, the graphics, I was actually blown away as to how amazing this looked.
That's awesome. Oh, wow. This feels weird. So bizarre. Oh, hey, oh, watch where you're pointing that shit. Listen, okay.
Take this.
Oh, that looks so good. Wow. The scratches, the lighting.
Take them.
I think I've...
Now pull the slide to put a bullet in the chamber.
So use that grip and... Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, look at down the barrel.
You need to engage a bullet inside the chamber. Try to shoot all the pans down.
This really did feel like a next-gen game on the PSVR 2. The only negative about this, and it's not spoiling anything, is that the game actually felt too short. Again, only a handful of hours to get through the whole game, but nothing felt repetitive. Nothing felt like I was drudging through, you know, a challenge that didn't need to be there. Essentially, the story is you are trapped inside the Paradise Hotel, where a strange illness has turned people into savage creatures. You play as Emily Diaz, and you're desperate to find your sister as you explore dark surroundings, gather resources, and survive terrifying encounters. And yes, I can say from experience, there are a few moments in there I did not expect to get jump scared, so it was very cool. But at 50% off, hands down, you do want to grab this game for sure. If you're into the music rhythm games, you're going to want to check out Spin Rhythm XD. It's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can save 10% more, making it 60% off total. And 169 people rated this 4.74 out of 5 stars, with again 94% giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And as you're seeing here, it does have a classic arcade rhythm game feel with a modern aesthetic and soundtrack. The idea is that you match colors and beats, spin, tap, flick, and flow through the juiciest beats in the universe, featuring over 60 licensed and original tracks. And I do love that they give you the option to use the DualSense controller or the trackpad itself or the PSVR2 Sense controllers, which I will absolutely be using when I go to play this game. And unlike all the other music-based rhythm games I'm seeing, I do believe you can just sit down and chill out, actually relax as you're playing this game. So quite a different contrast from all the other ones out there. And if you love what this game provides, there is some DLC you can get with it. The first one being Spin Rhythm XD Chillhop DLC, which is 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 60% off total. And as you're seeing here, I'm showing you a track list of all the songs that are included, 10, as well as some of the skins that are featured with this DLC. The other one they offer is called Spin Rhythm XD Monstercat DLC. Again, this one is 50% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 60% off total. This pack contains a collection of nostalgic beats, popular Monstercat classics, and some hidden gems which we think suit the gameplay of Spin Rhythm XD perfectly. And as you're seeing here, there are the 10 songs featured in the track list, as well as some of the custom skins. And the last DLC they're offering is called Spin Rhythm XD Supporter Pack, and it's 50% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 60% off total. And this is all about supporting the development a little bit extra. And as you're seeing here, this includes all the tracks listed here, as well as some unique character skins for Jim Rhythm and Lady J. And then they mentioned that they may add more content to this pack in the future. Very interesting. But if you want to get all of this in one bundle, you can. There is Spin Rhythm XD Deluxe Edition, and it's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can save 10% more, making it 60% off total. And as you're seeing here, it does come with the Spin Rhythm XD base game, the Chillhop DLC, the Monstercat DLC, and that supporter pack we just mentioned. Arcade Paradise VR is offering a base game bundle at 25% off. With 190 people rating this 4.55 out of 5 stars, almost 90% gave this 4 or 5 out of 5. And this is the game bundle, which does feature the full game flat screen version and Arcade Paradise VR. And after doing some digging, I did find out that it does include 39 cabinets in the VR version, but only 12 of them are actually VR compatible, meaning that it's specifically tailored for VR, not just playing on a flat screen cabinet. And what's funny is I heard only great things about this game until someone in the comments section of the last sale video that featured this piped in and said that actually they loved the flat screen version, and then playing the VR one is actually super janky. The hand movement and stuff is not working, so I don't know if the game's been patched since. Anyone again in the comments section, if you've seen or played this game since the last sale video about a month ago, I want to say, do the hands actually work now? Because I do want to play this. And for those of you that do want to get this game at the sale price, they are offering a complete edition, but that one's only 25% off. And I just got to say, all the extra DLC you're getting in this complete edition, it says it is not VR compatible, as I'm showing you right here on the PlayStation Store description. So the complete edition really is for all of you that want all the content and don't care about the VR stuff. But I had to put it in there because the VR version is in that complete edition. Barbaria is the next most popular game that's getting excellent reviews. It's 30% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 40% off total. With 185 people rating it, it did score 4.64 out of 5 stars, and with over 90% giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And what's uniquely awesome about this game is that you actually build your own arena, your own realm, and as you go online to other realms, you destroy other people's areas, take their resources, bring them back to your realm, build upon your area, and as that's happening, you've got other people attacking your spot. So this game is meant to be played almost daily, where you just pick it up, play it for half an hour, and then you keep checking on whether or not people are attacking your spot. I've not played this before, but again, everyone, everywhere is saying how much fun this is to just pick up and play and have fun on the regular. You can also hop out to God Scale mode and use your ancient powers to direct the battle from on high. As well, there is a raid replay where you can watch tabletop replays of attacks on your realm by other players. And of course, those attack notifications can be on. That way you're given a heads up whether or not somebody's jumping near your realm trying to steal your shit, essentially. Right on. Anyone in the comment section that can speak to this, again, I do not own this game, have not played it yet. Should we get this at the sale price? But if you want the complete world building experience, look no further than cyubeVR. This one's 20% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 25% off total. 849 people have rated this, 4.47 out of 5 stars, with over 85% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And as you're seeing here, you're going to step into the most visually stunning voxel universe, custom crafted for the unparalleled immersion of VR. And of course, you can follow the objectives that guide you through the progression of the game, starting from breaking off your first piece of wood from a tree, to collecting increasingly rare resources and crafting powerful tools that allow you to fully shape your world. Explore a massive world, gather resources, naturally craft with your hands in 3D, and build anything you can imagine, literally. With infinite possibilities, you're going to navigate intricate, luminous caves delving deep underground, smelt collected resources with realistic VR furnace mechanics, or design a fortress on top of a towering mountain where you can get an amazing view over the world. Construct a bridge to connect 2 sky-high floating islands, dig yourself deep in the ground, and work on complex underground structures, or forego all of that and focus on becoming more and more powerful and having more options to leave your mark on the world. In cyubeVR, if you can see it, you can reach it, or even destroy it. Explore a fully destructible world that's as fluid as it is expansive, made up of hundreds of billions of individually modifiable voxel blocks with smoothly changing time of day and weather. Immerse yourself in a world brought to life by complex dynamic lighting and captivating night skies adorned with beautiful auroras. Experience unparalleled clarity and detail up close thanks to meticulously crafted 8K textures and eye-tracking foveated rendering powered by Unreal Engine. Even the closest inspection reveals a world in stunning sharpness. And what's incredible on top of this, they include mod support on PS5, where you can easily browse, download, and install custom mod blocks created by the cyubeVR community for maximum variety in your builds. And to wrap this all up, they talk about having this comfort your own way, where it ensures an accessible VR experience for everyone. Literally, you can adjust how bright or dark you prefer the night to be, the brightness of light sources, the duration of day and night, and much more. Most importantly, you have many different options for movement. Choose from hand-oriented, yes, hand-oriented being room scale, head-oriented, or even estimated feet-oriented smooth locomotion, with adjustable walking speed as well as teleport movement with additional comfort settings. And of course, you can select between snap turning, smooth turning, both with adjustable speeds. And I am absolutely going to have to try this from so many people recommending in the comments in the past. I'm going to be laying down looking up at that beautiful sky in room scale VR.
Matrix. That's cool. That's totally easier in there. That's awesome.
And the next most awesome arcade experience I can highly recommend at full price is Crisis Brigade 2 Reloaded, and it's 30% off right now. And with 557 people rating it 4.19 out of 5, 80% of the audience gave this 4 or 5 out of 5. And I can totally speak to this. I do think not everyone will enjoy this game because you do have to stand up the entire time and physically crouch around your environment. And that's what I love about this game, is it actually has you taking cover at all times, and you don't use a left stick to move anywhere or right stick to turn around. So immersively awesome. It really is. And unlike a lot of games out there, it does not give you the option to include a crouch button, which I love. I personally think that's what makes this game amazing, is you actually having to stand and take cover physically at all times. Amazing. It really is. There are multiple levels to go through with multiple scenes in each level. And then after you go through those 3 campaign levels, there's like this time attack mode with 3 other levels in there, and they're all different. I truly cannot recommend this game enough, especially whenever it goes on sale. So I can already recommend this at full price. I think it's an absolute blast, but definitely want to say you do need to get this on sale for sure. And I just have to say, this is a free upgrade on PSVR 2. So if you own this a long time ago on PSVR 1, I do highly recommend you put it back on your console. Check it out on PSVR 2. The room scale VR, the tracking, the clarity, the vibrance, everything about this game on PSVR 2 is 10 times better, I felt. And if you're looking for a first-person shooter with a lengthy campaign, apparently Cactus Cowboy Desert Warfare is that game, and it's 50% off. And I've only heard amazing things about this, and 140 people have rated this 4.69 out of 5 stars, with 92% giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. Awesome. And the key takeaway I keep hearing about this is that the gun mechanics, the gameplay, is just a lot of fun. This is an 8-hour campaign with over 12 unique VR guns with manual reloading for each. And you can totally customize your guns with scopes, grips, and lasers, with over 30 weapon skins to unlock throughout the game. At an excavation site close to the Bugland border, a mysterious cave is uncovered when the Bug Army launches a sudden assault. They're after something that is inside the cave, something so precious that it sparks an all-out war. Step into the role of Cactus Cowboy, pushing back against the Bug Army and revealing the sinister plans of their leaders. Sounds simple enough, but again, every review I've ever seen for this game has only been excellent, so that blows me away. I am gonna have to try this much sooner than later, especially at 50% off. That is awesome.
I heard about you on the news.
Border Bots VR is 40% off right now, and only 83 people have rated it, but giving it 4.6 out of 5 stars, and 93% of the audience has given this 4 or 5 out of 5. And quite simply, this is a puzzle simulation set on a future Earth where AI is in control. As a human border agent, you begin a new role as a booth operator at an AI travel border. Interact and check over a variety of robots as they try to get through security. Some of their credentials might not be up to scratch, and it's up to you to make sure that they get the stamp of approval. And this game is actually supposed to be quite funny to play. I have not experienced this before, but again, just reading general reviews, most people leave this game quite happy. I personally have been putting this game off because it does remind me a lot about Job Simulator, but I've heard that it is not Job Simulator. So again, anyone in the comment section that wants to speak to this game, please do let us know whether or not we should get this at the sale price.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main story is tonight, but first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
If you grew up with the Sega CD and you love the full motion video games, Not for Broadcast VR is supposed to be the best one ever made, and it's 50% off right now. Only 67 people have rated it, but giving it 4.09 out of 5 stars, and just under 80% have scored this 4 or 5 out of 5, but 16% have given this 1 out of 5 stars. Now I have to say, I've seen this game on sale a few times now, and I only discovered what the game was about by having to watch these trailers, which I cannot show you without being copyright stricken, so I am going to put them in the description of this video. But just quickly speaking to it, I was blown away as to how mature the whole theme of the game was, and really blown away as to how it does speak to kind of current events going on. So I do highly recommend you check out the 2 trailers in my description, but it does look like it takes the full motion video games to the next level. And in their description, it says it is the award-winning darkly comedic game of televised chaos that critics have called a bizarre masterpiece, and quite possibly the best FMV game ever. Not for Broadcast VR takes the gameplay, story, and gripping dark comedy of the original award-winning FMV adventure and brings you closer to the news than ever before. I'd never played the original, so I have nothing to compare this to. Get a full view of the entire newsroom, interact with your equipment, and punch, slap, and grab everything that dares to get between you and the truth. Egotistical celebrities, dishonest politicians, and strange sponsors clash on the airwaves. You're in the chair to ensure that the show goes on uninterrupted. The whole concept is that you're supposed to keep the general public entertained with your editing skills and keep an eye on those ratings. Make politicians look greedy or brave. Make resistance leaders look noble or violent. And make news anchors look charming or unhinged. Who and what you decide to show on screen might change the course of history. Very cool. Tune out the chaos, load up the ads, crank up the volume, and immerse yourself in the dreams, fears, hopes, and neurosis of an entire nation, all while sitting on your floor. Again, I highly recommend you do check out those 2 trailers in my description. Tentacular has been nominated for many awards and is currently 50% off right now. 118 people have rated this 3.73 out of 5 stars, but as you're seeing, it's a complete mixed bag right here. This is a heartwarming, physics-based puzzler bursting with inventive, immersive VR gameplay and lots of humor. Solve puzzles using playful tools to build strange contraptions and spectacular structures or wreak havoc with your lumbering bulk. Most importantly, experience a sweet and funny adventure about figuring out where you came from and where you belong. This touts to have over 10 hours of gameplay, and you're going to experience over 50 levels filled with puzzles, action, adventure, and humor. And the game does feature over 35 plus trophies and allows you to continue your adventure in the sandbox mode, which again, I had no idea that was a thing. Anyone in the comments section that's played this game, please let us know whether or not we should grab this at the sale price. It does seem like a win at half off. And now's the time to embark on a series of lemming-like puzzles because Tin Hearts is 60% off. And with 159 people, it did score 3.86 out of 5 stars. And as you're seeing, around 70% gave it 4 or 5, but 19% gave this 1 out of 5. I have not played this game before, but I do believe that low rating has to do with the actual style of the game. So if you did not know, again, Lemmings is all about giving directions to a bunch of soldiers, essentially, that you're seeing on screen and directing them to these locations. And they're trying to make their way from point A in the room to point B using whatever is around in their environment. Now, unlike Lemmings, this is supposed to have a captivating and emotional story of a genius inventor, Albert Butterworth, whilst guiding a troop of tin soldiers to reach their goal. And apparently it's critically acclaimed for its moving narrative, refined puzzle design, and immersive atmosphere. Tin Hearts is a narrative puzzle adventure where the ghosts of the past emerge to tell a resonating tale of family, love, and compromise. Spanning across 4 distinct acts with 50 plus puzzles masterfully woven through a grand Victorian home, steadily uncover a variety of whimsical inventions with unique abilities to provide a safe route of passage for the tin soldiers to travel. Each location has an abundance of treasured memories, whilst there are some that would rather be forgotten. In a tragic fable, which will see Albert, overwhelmed by sorrow and heartache, discover what brilliant minds do when the love for life and the love for invention are threatened by life itself. Interesting. You're gonna set out on an immersive adventure through 50 plus Lemmings-like puzzles which consistently evolve as you progress. Uncover new routes to your destination each time you play, with multiple ways to solve the intricate puzzles. Take your time working through the relaxing puzzles while indulging in the soundtrack from award-winning composer Matthew Chastney, whose credits includes trailers for Joker, Chernobyl, and Bridgerton. No way, that's awesome. So again, the game seems like it has a lot going for it, but this is not for everybody. If you didn't know that it was a Lemmings-like puzzle-based game, then yes, you might be thrown off by what you're playing here.
No, get out! Get out!
And the next narrative adventure done by the same company is called The Last Worker, and it's 65% off right now, but only 93 people have rated this, giving it 3.45 out of 5 stars, and as I'm showing you right here, this is a complete and equally mixed bag. The Last Worker is an immersive narrative adventure centered around a lone worker's last stand in an increasingly automated world. This is a unique blend of work simulation and stealth strategic gameplay. You play as Kurt, and you work for the world's largest retailer and is forced to choose between capitalism or activism. Having dedicated his life to work, Kurt's loyalty is put to the test when a group of activists ask him to dismantle Jungle from the inside. Aboard his corporate-issued flying jungle pod and armed with his multi-purpose jungle gun, Kurt dispatches countless products from a fulfillment center the size of the sunken city of Manhattan. This delivers an emotional, thought-provoking, and inspiring story with rich characters performed by an all-star cast. And this game is all about player choice with multiple endings decided by an epic moral dilemma. Very cool. And now, if you loved what Wired Productions is doing with Tin Hearts and The Last Worker, they are offering the Wired Narrative Bundle, which includes 6 games at 50% off. However, only 2 out of those 6 games, that is Tin Hearts and The Last Worker, are in VR. And 849 people have rated this bundle 3.97 out of 5 stars, with just over half of the audience giving this 5 out of 5. Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue is a groundbreaking VR horror puzzle game where you sneak into your creepy neighbor's house to save your friend. And it's 50% off right now. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. 307 people have rated this 3.79 out of 5 stars, with over 65% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. But 15% have given this 1 out of 5. And what's uniquely awesome about this game, you actually play multiple characters at the same time, just like Grand Theft Auto 5, and you're going to have to switch between these characters in real time, using each of the individual's unique skills to accomplish a specific task, all while avoiding the neighbor as you attempt to reach the creepy basement. You'll have to increasingly use your wits to find alternate solutions to a dynamic range of puzzles and challenging environmental obstacles. Many puzzles that may seem unsolvable at first glance require you to use the perspectives of multiple characters in conjunction to overcome them. Right on. The game features non-linear exploration where you use your own approach to infiltrate Mr. Peterson's house by alternating perspectives, combining character skills to dynamically solve puzzles, uncover hidden mysteries, and reveal new pathways through your environment. Awesome. This game has actually always piqued my interest, and at 50, now 55% off, I may end up grabbing this on sale. Anyone in the comment section that does own the game that can speak to it, please do and let us know whether or not we should grab this on sale at this awesome sale price. Umurangi Generation VR is Pokemon Snap for this generation, and it's 30% off. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 40% off total. With only 34 people rating the game, it scored 4.09 out of 5 stars, and almost 80% of the audience gave this 4 or 5 out of 5. Experience the award-winning creative sandbox photography game in VR. Make use of VR for a more personal experience by observing the doom and gloom sprawling across your sights, move around and interact with the environment in a more natural manner. Off the back of an impending crisis, life is bleak for those living in the city. As a courier and an avid photographer, you have the freedom to travel around the city to document the impending doom through the lens of your camera. In VR, you can move around and interact with the environment in a more natural manner. And unlike the standard non-VR version, you get to dress yourself in the skin of your choice and get the attention of people around you with a simple snap of your fingers and pose with gestures and photos and selfies. The game presents you with a list of objectives called photo bounties. Simply snap away to complete all photo bounties before delivering the parcel to proceed to the next stage. Each photo you take will be judged on its color, content, and composition. However, with a strong emphasis on the freedom to expression, the game does not set rules on what makes a good or bad photo. Take and edit photos with the various tools available to you to produce your own unique snaps. The whole point is for you to explore and have fun with your creative side. Awesome, but I really can't help but relate this to Pokemon Snap back in the day on the N64. And if you love the Umurangi generation, you can get the flat screen and the PSVR2 bundled together, and it's 30% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can save 10% more, making it 40% off total.
Life is a continuum of happenings.
Chernobyle Again is an adventure game that takes place in the 3D scanned Chernobyl exclusion zone for a more immersive and engaging experience. And it's currently 25% off. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 30% off total, with almost 65% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5, but 23% did score this 2 out of 5. In Chernobyle Again, you're going to explore the zone, experience its dark atmosphere, and follow a story full of unexpected twists and various kinds of puzzles you'll solve while traveling through space and time. Your goal will be to stop the Chernobyl nuclear power plant explosion and the consequences it brings not only to our timeline, but to alternate futures that have become available to us thanks to your discovery of time travel. To add to this story, living without parents isn't easy. You know that well. To the world, you are a successful Ukrainian scientist responsible for discovering time travel. But deep down, you're an adult that desperately wants to see your parents again. This is what drove all of your scientific experiments. But the world doesn't care about your idealistic motives. Mighty external political forces dream of restoring the old world order using you and your discoveries, even if that means leaving a trail of scorched earth and ending your life. Now it's your call whether to follow their orders or find allies and attempt to thwart their evil plans. Just remember that in a world full of lies, mystery, and special interests, the only person you can trust is yourself. Man, that sounds awesome.
So,
You want to hear a story?
Crimen, Mercenary Tales, has you embark on 8 epic adventures filled with daring feats, ancient puzzles, and thrilling escapades. It's 30% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 35% off total. And only 18 people have rated this 4.39 out of 5 stars, with just over 80% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. Experience visually stunning comic book graphics and enjoy the hilarious banter of quirky characters as you journey through this captivating adventure. Engage in breathtaking sword fights, wield truly unconventional weapons, and use the environment to your advantage. This includes 8 enticing adventures narrated by 8 lively characters, each with their own unique flair. This has a treasure trove of humor, hidden secrets, and nods to beloved pop culture, and allows you to unlock over 100 achievements as you conquer challenges and uncover hidden treasures. And other than the PlayStation Store description, I really have no idea what the game is about, whether it's a roguelike or if it's only a few hours long. Anyone in the comments section, if you can speak to this, whether or not we should get this at the sale price, that would be awesome.
Back for more stories.
Very well. Good.
Infinite Inside has you explore a serene and mysterious world, collect shards, solve intricate puzzles, and assemble keys to unlock the mysteries of a secret society. It's currently 20% off, with 64 people scoring it 4.08 out of 5 stars, and 75% of the audience gave it 4 or 5 out of 5. When the ancient artifact known as the plinth mysteriously materializes in your home, it opens a portal to a tranquil, dreamlike world filled with impossible architecture and hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. Guided by the echoes of past explorers, you will collect shards, solve 3-dimensional puzzles, and assemble keys to unlock the mysteries of a secret society committed to maintaining the balance of order and chaos. Can you solve the puzzles and reveal the truth about the society, the legacy of the plinth, and ultimately your own place in this mystical world? Escape into 5 peaceful and soothing labyrinths filled with mysteries, and engage with a deep and captivating story embedded in the world. Tackle mind-bending geometric puzzles at your own pace with intuitive controls, and immerse yourself in rich, captivating audio and music, deepening your connection with the world. Encircled is an immersive strategy and hilarious atmosphere VR exclusive tower defense game, and it's currently 30% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 40% off total. Only 8 people have rated this, giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Designed from the ground up to bring the best of tower defense and VR together, Encircled combines strategic depth with endless replayability and a whimsical sense of humor. Freely place your towers anywhere on the map to create the ultimate defense, considering the elemental type advantages and disadvantages to outsmart your foes. When the towers can't hold the line, take matters into your own hands, literally. Channel powerful beams from your hands to decimate enemies and turn the tide of battle. Perfect for both VR newcomers and those with rock-solid VR legs. This game features 19 enemies, each with one of 7 elemental types. There are 12 towers, again each with one of 7 damage types and branching upgrades. It also includes 9 handcrafted maps that are deeply varied, with more planned in future updates. 5 game modes for each map, including Easy, Standard, Hard, Endless, and Spirit Master. And of course you can play standing or seated with snap or smooth turning, but it does say that it has native 90Hz refresh rate. Right on. Other than that, I don't really know anything else about it. I do not typically play tower defense based games. Anybody in the comments section, if you do own Encircled, if you can speak to it and let us know whether or not we should get this at the sale price, that would be awesome.
Oh dear. Looks like someone messed up.
Prison Boss VR is a crafting and simulation game with one simple goal: make cash. And you can save a ton of yours because this game's 60% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can save 10% more, making it 70% off total. And I do have to say, I played it on PSVR 1, I didn't beat it. However, there is no upgrade path for this game. So if you do own it and you do want to play it on PSVR 2, this might be the time to get it. Locked up in a prison cell, you're going to produce and sell contraband items to buy your freedom back. But don't get caught by the guards. During the night, you're going to roll cigarettes, fill up bottles, write erotic letters, and more. Be sure to stash your goods well, or they will be snatched by the guards. And during the day, cash in your illegal handiwork by selling it to your fellow inmates. You can also complete special jobs to earn reputation along with useful rewards. And the key features of the game is that you're going to unlock 11 craftable items, complete 80 jobs across 4 different prisons. I think I only played the one, to be honest with you. You can play story, arcade, or boss mode. You can customize your cell by adding new furniture, adapt your cell to the size of your VR pay-for-play space, which I totally will. I love room scale VR and I'm absolutely excited to try this. And for those of you that are unsure, you can actually get the Prison Boss VR demo for free on the PlayStation Store right now. In Ragnarock, you're going to lead your Viking ship to victory in this VR rhythm-based music game. And it's currently 50% off, with 372 people rating it 4.31 out of 5 stars. And over 80% of the audience has scored it 4 or 5 out of 5. And what I absolutely love about this game immediately is the actual music. You're going to pound your drums to the sound of epic music from Celtic rock to Viking power metal and set sail against your rivals in multiplayer mode. The better you do, obviously, the faster your boat goes, and you're going to see your opponents right beside you as they're trying to play perfectly and you're racing beside them. I think that is so kick-ass. And that multiplayer mode actually features up to 6 players, or simply play solo and you can race against ghost ships to add some competition. And if you're unsure if this game is for you, you can check out the Ragnarock demo for free on the PlayStation Store right now. And the next highly rated puzzle mystery game is The Room VR: A Dark Matter, and it's 40% off. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Almost 1,800 people have rated this 4.79 out of 5 stars, with 96% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And if you do have this on the PS VR1, you can get a free upgrade. And the setting is the British Institute of Archaeology in London, 1908. The disappearance of an esteemed Egyptologist prompts a police investigation into the unknown. Explore cryptic locations, examine fantastic gadgets, and enter an otherworldly space which blurs the line between reality and illusion. Players can inhabit the spine-tingling world of The Room and interact with its strange contraptions in this compelling new chapter. Even though I did play this all the way through on PS VR1, I have not played it on PS VR2, so I do not know if I can recommend this at the sale price, to be honest with you, but back in the day, it was absolutely worth it. The Utility Room is a VR journey that takes you behind the scenes of the universe. It's currently 20% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 30% off total. 62 people have rated it 3.77 out of 5 stars, with under half the audience giving it 5 out of 5 and the rest completely mixed there. And because I have not played this game yet and have not looked into it other than what's on the PlayStation Store description, it simply says, "Beyond a door lies a barren landscape inhabited by giant rocky heads. Here, the maintenance and heavy lifting required keeps existence stable and temporal. You are a tourist. Don't do anything foolish." And that is it, literally. So it's supposed to take you behind the scenes of the universe, but I'm assuming this is a straight up puzzle game with a twist of horror inside here. Anyone in the comments section that owns this game has played it. Can you please let us know whether or not we should get this at the sale price?
She's such a pain in the ass. I wish she'd leave me alone. Ow! Wait! I wasn't ready!
Now, if you simply want an immersive, silly, and rowdy game, look no further than Drunkn Bar Fight, because this one's 30% off. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 35% off total. And with almost 2,000 people rating it, it scored 3.89 out of 5 stars, and 70% of the audience gave it 4 or 5 out of 5, but 17% gave this 1 out of 5. Literally, you're gonna get into fights and use anything and everything around you to create as much chaos as you like. Enjoy performing socially unacceptable behavior without the resulting obligatory visits to the hospital, jail, and courts. The only limits to the mayhem is your imagination and your moral decency. It does say now with 4-player co-op. It does include bars, parties, a supermarket, a police station, and the streets. More than 110 different weapons, from crowbars to nunchucks, beer bottles, tip jars, plungers, explosives, and more. Again, anyone in the comments section, if you own the game, played it, and you want to recommend it or bash it, please let us know what you think, as I have only heard mixed reviews about this. Some of you out there said it's a total blast, and some of you said don't waste your time and money, so just gotta say that out loud. Across the Valley is your friendly farm simulator developed exclusively for VR, and it's currently 60% off. With 66 people rating it, it scored 2.83 out of 5 stars, with 35% of the audience giving it 1 out of 5, but 26% giving it 5 out of 5. Polar opposites there, and what I can speak to right away is that this is an action point locomotion system where you're teleporting from node to node. So you're quite literally snapping from station to station, standing in one spot and using your hands and grabbing and doing whatever's required bar there in that specific area. So it does tout to have no motion sickness, and each action point is designed carefully to have everything you need within the reach of your hands. Again, no button learning. The whole thing is that this is pick up and instant play. But this says instead of typical minigames that interrupt the game, Across the Valley automatically starts and stops a microgame when you perform an action. As an example, sowing out seeds will automatically start a seeding microgame when the first seed hits the field. The better you distribute the seeds, the more plants grow. Once the seed basket is empty, the microgame finishes and your plants start growing. The game touts to keep you very busy with 36 tasks, which are essentially quests that guide you from the basics to seeding to going on a truffle hunt with your pigs. Infinite orders keep you busy even after the main game. This has a very cozy mood with carefully composed art style that lets you enter a comic style world, and along the way you're going to be able to upgrade your house and make it look nice and cozy. Again, anyone in the comments section that owns a game that does enjoy farm simulators, can you please speak to this? Let us know whether or not we should get this at the sale price. Bocce VR Simulator is quite literally what it says, and it's 30% off right now, but only 16 people have rated this 2.44 out of 5 stars, with like 75% of the audience giving this 1, 2, or 3 out of 5. I personally love playing Bocce, so if this does anything like it does, then I'm sold. The game claims to bring the classic game of Bocce to life in a stunning virtual reality experience. Known and loved by many for its simplicity and fun, Bocce is perfect for players of all ages. The game is extremely easy. You just start off, one person throws this Polino ball, it's a tiny white ball, and then wherever that is, you're trying to throw your balls as close as possible to that Polino. And then at the end of the round, the closer balls get the most points essentially. And when you're playing against with somebody, you can actually knock their ball away from the Polino. So even though your opponent could have thrown an awesome shot to begin with, you can totally knock them out of the area where they don't score anything, and then you take their spot. Very cool. It does include an obstacle mode for added challenge. I'd love to see what that looks like. It does claim to have advanced AI for realistic competition, customizable game point targets, and stunning graphics with immersive gameplay. Whether or not this game actually does what Bocce does, I have no idea. Again, anyone in the comment section, if you own the game, please let us know. Does this actually play like Bocce in real life?
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks great. That's so cool.
Now, if you're looking for an excellent simulator in VR, I highly recommend Cooking Simulator VR because it's 30% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 35% off total. However, this game is only available on the east side of the world. And with 172 people rating it, it scored 4.26 out of 5 stars, with over 80% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5 stars, me being one of them. I actually did play this game all the way through. I ended up platinum the game, and I only scratched the surface of this entire game. What I mean by that is this game features over 80 unique recipes, and I probably only had 5 to 10 total unlocked. I actually was expecting more of a job simulator type game, which I'm not into. I was blown away that this was more of an actual cooking simulator where I had a budget that I had to buy certain ingredients to make my meals and then do it within a specific amount of time, but every task was actually doing the cooking simulation. From cutting French fries, and each fry is an individual size with an individual weight. You can literally see how well you're cutting the French fries, and you will be graded for your actual skills at the end when you plate the food. Everything from pouring soup, seeing how much liquid is in the bowl, to how much of each ingredient is in the actual soup. The temperature of the soup, the temperature of the cooking. You can literally look down at the actual steak as it's cooking and see it cooking. If you make a mess on the floor, you can literally wipe up the mess off the floor. When you leave your equipment, pots and pans and plates everywhere, if you go to play again, everything is still where you left it. You have to clean up after you're done. Aside from doing the dishes, you literally set yourself up so all of your workstations are ready to go. You can actually ruin your stove by spilling shit all over everything, and then that's going to impede your process that you're trying to cook, and then all of a sudden you got to repair your stove. So cool, guys. Honestly, wasn't expecting any of this stuff. And then the actual meal prep, I felt like I was rushing around doing these tasks on a timer and then using actual virtual timers with my hand, doing 2 tasks at once as I'm trying to deep fry French fries, as I'm trying to fry a steak on the pan in the other area here. Just amazing. I can actually recommend this game at full price, so seeing at sale, I do want to say yes. I do think you'll have a blast playing Cooking Simulator VR for sure. Darksword Battle Eternity is a captivating VR action RPG set within the enigmatic world of the Twisted Corridors. This is currently 40% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Only 36 people have rated it, but around 70% gave it 5 out of 5, with the rest a little mix there. This game offers an unparalleled experience of fast-paced combat in a dark fantasy setting. Engage in exhilarating hack-and-slash battles where you can develop a unique combat style, take advantage of enemy weaknesses, and amass materials for crafting superior weaponry. Embark on an epic battle against relentless enemies, aiming for the top floor as you grow stronger along the way. Randomized power-up skills render each run different every time. Darksword combines the thrill of VR with the depth of action RPGs, ensuring a rich and varied experience for all players. Everything from I'm seeing in the trailer here, it does remind me a lot of Until You Fall, but anybody who owns the game that can speak to this, if you can please let us know whether or not we should get this game at that sale price, that would be awesome. The next game was Upload VR's Game of the Year for 2022, but I personally think it's the worst game on PSVR2. What the bat? And it's 40% off currently, with 150 people rating this 3.87 out of 5 stars, with most of the audience scoring it 3, 4, or 5 out of 5. And I personally feel that this game actually hurts how people view games in VR and what to expect, because man, I gotta say, this was absolutely atrocious when it comes to gameplay and fun factor. I mean, every level, and there are 100 of them, and I went through the entire game for everybody. I actually covered this, you can see a thumbnail right there, literally showing you what to expect if you go to buy this game. I honestly don't think I can recommend this to people with children. I felt that, yes, everything was really lackluster is the best way to describe it. Even though the game worked, you know, the controls did work, I would give this 2 out of 5. If something was glitchy or if the game bugged out, it would have scored a 1, but everything about it I really disliked. Again, with over 100 unique levels of slapstick comedy and craziness, that's not what I felt whatsoever. Brushing my teeth with a bat, you know, I'm not laughing out loud. That was a task, literally, out of the 100 things. Including 9 chapters with unique settings and baseball challenges. No, they're not baseball challenges. You're literally just swinging your bat and it hits the ball, and there's really no accuracy going on whatsoever that I found, truly. With approximately 4 hours of playtime, but remember to take breaks. Yeah, I don't even know, like within the first 20 minutes, I knew I wasn't going to like the game, just being honest. And I was going in pretty open-minded. So yes, I highly encourage you, please check out my video. And that game was given to me as a free review key. Again, thank you so much, Triband, for sending me a review key, because I wouldn't have checked it out and I wouldn't have known what to expect other than what Upload VR gave this Game of the Year for 2022. And now we're at the end of the video speaking about all the DLC. The first one is for Synth Riders, and this is the Complete Music Collection, and it's 20% off. Unless you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 30% off total. And you truly will save big on 67 add-on songs, including 6 experiences that are tailor-made for the PSVR2. So if you're like me and you only own the base game, this is the time to get all the DLC at an awesome price. And really quick, just going over with all the music packs that you're getting. 80s Mixtape Side A, Electro Swing Essentials 2 Music Pack, Synthwave Essentials Volume 3 Music Pack, Gorillaz Music Pack, Groovin Essentials Music Pack featuring Bruno Mars, League of Legends Music Pack, Lindsey Sterling Music Pack, Muse Music Pack, Caravan Palace Music Pack, Adrenaline Music Pack, Synthwave Essentials 2 Music Pack, Electro Swing Essentials Music Pack, and the Cyberpunk Essentials Music Pack. And for those of you that already own Walkabout Mini Golf, you can get all the DLC in Walkabout Mini Golf Hole-in-One Summer 2024 DLC only add-on pack. Right now you can save 20% off the entire bundle here. You are getting 19 of their currently released add-on courses all the way up until Wallace and Gromit. This does not include the recent 8-bit course. That's 684 holes of mini golf to master, 342 lost balls to find, and 22 more commemorative putters to discover. And with those 19 courses, you are getting Atlantis, Eldorado, Temple of Zerzura. Shangri-La. And Gardens of Babylon. Nest. Jim Henson's Labyrinth. Oh, that looks so cool. Jules Verne's Around the World in 80 Days. Sweetopia. Elfheim, Land of the Elves. Lacer Lair. Upside Town. Widow's Walkabout. Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Venice. Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Ice Lair. Meow Wolf. And the latest and greatest, Wallace and Gromit.
Right place. Come in and play around. Quite amazing. Golf in West Wallaby Street. Crazy. Gromit, where did I put me butter? For a cracking time, play Walkabout Mini Golf.
That said, that is all of the games and DLC on sale until Thursday, November 14th in North America at 3 a.m. or Wednesday, November 13th at 7 p.m. if you're on the east side of the world. If you guys like the videos or any of the sales videos that I produce, please click that like button. And if you love what I'm doing with the channel, please subscribe to it. And for all of you that have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I super appreciate it. Until the next one.
PlayStation.